Good afternoon. As Director Front said, I'm Teresa Flannery. I currently serve, and it is an honor to serve on the DRS Commission. When I left 20 years with DRTC to go pursue other employment opportunities, this is just a great way to stay in this space that's been so important all of my adult life, so I'm very appreciative of that. I'm here to present this next award to Representative Brian Hill. In 2022, he authored the House of Representatives Bill 1711, landmark legislation, that's a hard word for me to say today, but I have to say it often, ensures that eligible voters who are blind receive their ballots electronically, and if they are unable to go to their precinct polling locations on election day. House Bill 1711 permits the electronic delivery of ballots and balloting materials to Oklahomans who are legally blind as defined in Section 72 of Title VII in the Oklahoma statutes. The goal is to enable eligible voters to use their personal computers to privately and independently mark absentee ballots without depending on someone else to read their ballots and mark them. As a result, voters who are blind have equal access to the ballot box, which is their constitutional right. The voters then return their ballots to the county election board secretary using the existing absentee ballot process, and those secretaries process the ballots using the same process required by law for absentee ballots. We are grateful to Representative Brian Hill that House Bill 1711 will become effective on July 1st of this year. Representative Brian Hill said the ability to personally vote is among the highest fundamental rights in our democracy. Ensuring the ability of Oklahomans who are blind to personally vote is crucial and among the greatest duties we have as Americans. So help me to thank Representative Hill for the great work that you've done, please. That's great legislation.
Y'all will move to this. We'll take pictures and then
Pictures first, I'm in the wrong
you don't
one.
want to miss that.
Sometimes when you get in office, people, they celebrate you for things that honestly don't belong to you. Today, it is not lost on me, the honor that you're giving me, but it is not mine. It belongs to someone named Leah Campbell from Mustang, who reached out to me seeing a disparity in our democracy, in that we hold dearest at heart, that the constitutional promise that you and I not only get a vote, but we should know that our vote is our vote. And Leah brought that to my attention back in 2019. I had the privilege of working on that bill throughout that process. Never set out to do it. It was brought to me. I just had the opportunity and the privilege to be the guy that carried it. The reason that's important is that you may not have the button on. You might not put your name on the ballot. You might not go and practically live at 23rd up here at the Capitol during session. But you still have a voice. You are heard, you are seen, and you matter. You have the same ability to make a difference, and I encourage you to make sure that your voice, you are seen and heard. That when you see a disparity in the system, that you reach out, make us aware, hold us accountable, so we step up and stand as your representative to make sure your voice is heard. If I could, I'd like to take a moment of personal privilege. My grandfather, my pop, Jeff Hill, he was a double amputee, and I grew up pushing Pop through the grocery store. I grew up when Pop had to learn how to walk again on 2 prosthetic legs, and helping him plant a garden. I was the 11-year-old kid in the truck with him as he taught himself how to drive again. And it is not lost on me. One the challenges that we each face, but the courage and the tenacity that it takes to move forward and to make sure that your voice is heard and to make sure that you're making not only a difference for yourself, but for those around you. That, to me, folks, that's greatness. And I see that as I look around this room in both you and your families who stand up daily to make a difference, not just for yourself, but for those around you. And from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of Jeff Hill and all of my family and all of us who have stood in the gap for another, God bless you and thank you. You are great Oklahomans.